sheaves of grain, for purple mountains' majesties, above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Welcome back to the Forum in LA. Neil Funk along with Steve Mix as we get set for the introduction of the starting lineups of the two clubs. The Sixers' only appearance here in Los Angeles to face the Lakers this year. They will be back on a later West Coast swing as they will take on the Clippers over at the Sports Arena. And they're going to introduce all of the Sixers here prior to getting to the five starters. It looked like the Sixers had won last night, Stephen, but
well, they really
not to
did.
be.
And like we talked a couple of minutes ago, it was just the defense in the last 3 minutes that kind of let them down. If the Sixers can come out and play 48 minutes tonight, they've got a chance of upsetting the Lakers here in the Forum.
Okay, now here is the starting lineup for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Maurice Cheeks. The other guard is number 33, a rookie from Bradley, Hersey Hawkins. At one forward, number 20, in his fifth year from Fresno State, Ron Anderson. The other forward is number 34, in his fourth year from Auburn, Charles Barkley. And at center, number 42, in his eighth campaign from Duke, Mike Jaminski. Al Domenico is
for the 76ers. Ron Anderson and Charles Barkley at forward. Mike Jaminski in the middle, and out back Mo Cheeks and Hersey Hawkins. Jimmy Lanham, the head coach, assisted by Freddie Carter. The trainer is Al Domenico. Sixers trying to net one on the road here.
10th year from Michigan State.
And we get the starting lineup now for the defending world champion Lakers.
The other guard is number 4 in his sixth year from Arizona State, Byron Scott. At one forward, number 45 in his third season from Oregon State, A.C. Green. The other forward is number 42 in his seventh campaign from North Carolina, James Worthy. And at center, the captain, number 33 in his 20th year from UCLA, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
For the Lakers, A.C. Green, James Worthy at forward. Kareem will start in the middle. Magic Johnson and Byron Scott will be at guard. Pat Riley, the head coach. They are the defending world champions. Here's a look at the officials. Blaine Reichelt, Eddie Middleton, and Don Vaden. And we're about set to get underway here. Been a long day for the 76ers, or at least some of them. And we'll tell you more about that as the evening wears on. Kind of an exciting day, though. The tip-off for tonight's 76ers game is brought to you by Miller High Life.
And it was only exciting for some people, you included.
Why do you say something like that?
Well, didn't you have a good time today?
Yes, of course. I'm starring in a.
Well, you have a major role in a major television series called 30-something, and watch for it January 24th. You'll probably be cut out of it anyway.
Yeah. Lakers win the tap, and we're underway. Kareem just off the box, sweeps up the sky hook. Very easy. Lakers jump out in front 2-0 on Jabbar's hook from the right side. We're just underway here at the Forum. Cheeks at the top. Check by Scott Magic Johnson. jumped out on Ron Anderson. Hawkins. Now Jaminski falls and fires over Jabbar. Missed it short, and here come the Lakers running. Magic in the middle. Shovels. The trailer is green. The layup is good. 4-0 LA. Well, the Lakers get out of the gate quickly. Cheeks with a belt high right hand dribble against Byron Scott. Now at the top, Hersey Hawkins, who had 23 last night. Anderson pump fakes and fires around the rim and out. Danced a bit and then jumped out on it. Byron Scott looks, cranks to the left side. Worthy matched up with Hawkins. A mismatch there. He powers into the lane, fires on the run, missed it, but was fouled. Well, they found the mismatch.
Well, they really did, and that's one thing that Pat Riley wanted James Worthy to do. They rely on James Worthy to do so many things, to play the inside game, the rebound, to get out on the break. But one of the things Pat Riley was not happy with James's play is he was looking the last 4 or 5 games to take that little 18-footer instead of being one of the better inside players like he is, instead of taking the ball down low, posting up, and being a force on the inside game. And that's, we saw the first bucket by Kareem posting up. Now we see James Worthy taking the ball to the bucket. So I guess practice yesterday, the emphasis was down low play and get it inside and score.
Yeah, Riley said he was a little tired of watching him just play a perimeter game after some 10 years of playing that low post game. A 6-0 Laker lead as he made both free throws. Charles, they double him. He bounces back outside. Swung quickly to Cheeks. Hersey's wide open. The jumper is good. He poured it home and it's for 3. The home run good by Hersey Hawkins. 6-3. Magic comes in a hurry. Thought about it. Didn't pull the trigger. The lob inside Worthy, and the layup is good.
Once again, they saw the mismatch with Maurice Cheeks that time guarding James Worthy, and it was just a nice, easy pass by Magic for his first assist.
And here's a whistle. This will be away from the ball as Blaine Reichelt makes the call. The foul charged to A.C. Green, and the Sixers will inbound. Mo Cheeks for Hawkins. Now Charles faces, now backs in, spins, falls, fires, and got it. Charles and the Lakers, who get it up faster than any team in the league, come in a hurry. Reverse layup is a beauty by Byron Scott.
Well, there's no question about it that the 76ers have to get back on defense. They have to be aware that the Lakers are going to run every single time they get the ball.
Pass intended for Barkley, poked loose up in the air and picked off by the Lakers. LA runs on the turnover. Magic for the glass, and he scores. And quickly it's 12-5 Los Angeles.
And if I was Jimmy Lynam, I'd look for a 20-second or a timeout about right now.
And there it is as Cheeks got it across the timeline. 9:23 left to play in the first. The Lakers 12, the Sixers 5. And the Atlanta Hawks make their final regular season visit to the Spectrum Friday, January 13th. Get your tickets now by calling 1-800-233-4050. A 12-5 Laker lead with 9:23 left to play in the first period as we're just underway at the Forum. And Jimmy Lynam, the quick timeout. Should mention that Tony Campbell will not play for the Lakers tonight due to a back problem, back spasms, suffering from those, and will not play in tonight's ball game. And also a reminder that Cliff Robinson is still not with the 76ers, out with that bruised knee. Sixers inbound following their timeout. Cheeks against Byron Scott. The belt high left hand dribble. Cheeks down the lane, kicks it to Charles. He goes up, muscles one in, and a foul as well. Charles will have an opportunity here for the bottom end as he was able to just muscle it up on the glass and good, and drew the foul.
Well, it was an excellent play, like you said, by Charles. As we take a look at it, he gets by A.C. Green. Kareem comes over to try and help, but Charles is so strong, and he just took it right through Kareem's hands and created the foul. Goes to the line. He has an opportunity to complete the three-point play.
And you know what? That was just a little touch foul by Kareem.
Well,
I guess a little touch foul by Kareem is not like being hit by Haystack Calhoun, right? Charles drills the free throw. He has 5 in the game, and it's a 12-8 Laker lead. A.C. Green pumps it down deep in the corner. Worthy, now Jabbar just above the box. On the left side, he backs into the lane, twists around, hangs in the air, fires, misses. The rebound, Jaminski.
Kareem played perfectly that time by G-Man as he forced him out to the baseline and not giving Kareem the opportunity to come in the middle and shoot that hook.
Jaminsky top of the key trying to get Kareem to come out and play him honestly. Barkley dribble drive in the air and good, and Charles quickly has 7. And it's a 12-10 Laker lead. Byron Scott. Magic Johnson. Now Worthy. Baseline left. Nope. Charles claims the rebound. CB runs the floor with Cheeks. Stops and have to kick it back out to Cheeks. Jaminsky squares up and got it. Nothing but net. Mike Jaminsky, his first field goal.
So a quick timeout by Jimmy Lynam has certainly got the 76ers playing a heck of a lot better than they were the first 2 minutes of the ball game.
And the Lakers, in the throes of a miserable road trip, there's a block by Charles on Kareem, but a foul. He got him with the body, apparently. My point was that they had squandered a lot of leads on that last road trip.
They really had. They were, even the games they were winning, they were only winning by 1 point. Pat Riley realized that it's not the 76ers or the Lakers that he recognized last year and the year before. It was a team that was selling for a lot of things that was not in the coaching philosophy. And now that they have an opportunity to play 16 of the next 23 games at home, they can get back into doing the things that they do best, and that is pounding the ball down low and getting out on their break.
14-12, the Lakers, with 7:53 left to play, first period. Jaminsky again well outside on the perimeter as the Sixers spread the floor and balance it out. Hawkins down the lane, kicks it out, wide open Ron Anderson. The jumper, nope, off the heel of the rim, bounces to Jabbar, and the lead was for AC Green, and then dropped back for Magic Johnson. Magic, Byron Scott, two-man game. Kick back out, top of the key. AC, jumper, no, tap, no. Battle for it, and it's out of bounds off Magic Johnson. Well, the Sixers get it with an opportunity to tie. A laid-back, typical Laker crowd. Cheeks, good move, and he twisted one way, spun back to the hole, and then missed it at point-blank range. Lakers run. Scott, change of pace, and an offensive foul.
Good call that time by the referee as Byron Scott kind of gave a little fake at the foul line. Put his shoulder down, ran right into Ronnie Anderson. Good defensive play that time by Ronnie Anderson.
14-12, Lakers by a deuce. And we're at the 7-minute mark of the first period. Hawkins for Barkley. Charles underneath Hersey, went back door, and the layup's good. Hawkins cheating. Slipped inside for the easy one. We're tied at 14. The drive by Worthy with power, and he scores off the glass. One dribble and strong to the hole. Hawkins stops and pops and got it. Hersey answers right back, and we're knotted at 16.
Well, Hersey going 8 for 31 in 3 games prior to last night's game. Ends up with 23 last night. Hits his first couple jumpers tonight, so maybe he's off the snide a little bit.
And that time Worthy, knifing between two defenders, showed the kind of strength he has.
So they're trying to pound it down low. They get it to James Worthy that time, who was able to sneak through Ronnie Anderson and the G-man, and was able to knock it off the board.
18-6, Lakers by 2, and Worthy can stretch that out to 3. Worthy 2 of 2 from the line early on, and now 3 of 3. And the Lakers as a team 5 of 5 from the free throw line. The Sixers have shot just 1. That from Charles Barkley that was good. 19-16. Lakers by 3. Sixers with the ball. Hawkins thought about it, didn't. Charles thinks about it, does, and is fouled. Now, did Magic get him coming from behind?
No, that'll be on Kareem. That'll be his second foul. Good play that time.
They're going to give it to Magic.
Gave it to Magic. Looked like he had all ball on that as he came from behind, but doesn't really matter what we think, does it?
Well, I thought it was Magic all along.
Okay,
so.
well, hey, what do I know then, right?
I didn't. Charles makes the first free throw. Ben Coleman has checked in for the Sixers. Jimmy having to juggle a little bit in the absence of Cliff Robinson. He started Coleman a few games. He's back to starting Ron Anderson now.
Well, I think that just is going to depend on what team you're playing and what the matchups will look like. And last night he thought that Ron Anderson would play Chris Mullin a lot better than Ben Coleman would.
Byron Scott's long jumper wouldn't fall. Barkley another rebound. Percy stops and fires, missed that. The rebound, Jabbar. Kareem's outlet is for Magic, and here come the Lakers again. The feed is for Sidney Green, and the layup's good. Green with his second field goal, and they ran the break as only the Lakers can that time.
4-on-1 coming back at you with one defensive player back.
No mistakes, no bad decisions. Driving Cheeks, blocked by Jabbar. Slapped it off the glass. They run 2-on-1. Byron Scott to Worthy for the jam. 23-18. Sixers trying to dictate tempo and trying to keep the Lakers contained, not let them get out on the break like they've done the last 2 times. But you've got to keep your mistakes to a minimum.
And the 76ers are only averaging 15 turnovers a game, which is the lowest in the league, so they're doing a good job of that as Charles Barkley gets baseline and goes in for the dunk.
He said, "How are you?"
Yes, sir.
23-20. Lakers by 3. Cheeks tried for the steal on the gamble. Didn't come up with it. This is Worthy one-on-one against Barkley. Spins in, goes over the right hand, missed it. Tried for his own rebound and couldn't hang on to that, but Magic Johnson tracked it down at the top of the circle. Magic hand in the air, and now will direct the half-court game. They send Jabbar and Green out high, just above the free throw line. Worthy, now they spread the floor out. Now down in the post to Jabbar. He sweeps up the right hand, hook on the rim, and he got the roll.
And how many times in your broadcasting career have you seen that right-handed skyhook by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? I'll tell you what.
Too many.
Yes, sir.
Too many. 25-20. Lakers by 5. Cheeks, Kaminsky, Barkley for 3. Got it. The home run by Charles, and that's the second 3-point field goal of the game. One by Percy Hawkins, one by Barkley. And here's the steal. It's 4-on-1. Barkley, good feed. Anderson. They recovered and blocked, but a foul. I'll tell you what, the Lakers got back all of a sudden.
Well, the 76ers had a 3-on-1 coming at Kareem, and Byron Scott got back, and Magic Johnson got back, and the foul was on Magic.
It looks like they have a perfect break right there. Boom, boom.
Magic comes over. Had his left hand on Hersey's hip.
A Magic smart play, because he just gambled that Charles was going to make a pass.
Yes. That's just understanding the game and a little anticipation, and he was right there. Almost intercepted that pass.
Hersey knocks down the first free throw. 8 in the game for Hawk.
With Hawk shooting the way he was last night and again tonight, that certainly should open up that inside game for Charles to be able to post up a lot easier than he had been prior to those 2 games.
Sixers now perfect at the line, 5 for 5 as Hawkins made a pair. Byron Scott in traffic goes up and scores. Now the Sixers can ill afford to let the Lakers start doing that. They've had a problem with that all year long, letting teams just run the middle on them. And that time Scott found nobody to contest his shot. 27-25. Cheeks back at the perimeter, angled left. He unloads. Nope. Rebound Kaminsky. He fires. Scores. Mike Kaminsky with his second field goal, his 4th point. 27-27. He played a nice game last night against Golden State. Played a lot of minutes. Magic with Magic.
Taking the smaller Maurice Cheeks, who's an excellent defensive player, but when you're giving up 6 or 7 inches, it's very difficult to guard somebody in the low post as good as Magic.
Here's an illegal defense call against the Lakers. Look at Kareem and Byron Scott. There wasn't a man within 10 feet of either one, and both of them looked at the official like, why would you make that call? 2:58 left to play here in the first quarter, and a timeout taken. The Lakers 29, the Sixers 27.
By authority of the National Basketball Association, solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or any other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the NBA is prohibited. Dan Dierdorf, thank you very much.
You know, I thought they were going to let me go back to reading that. Well, they just heard why, but apparently there was some lack of communication. 29-27, Lakers by a field goal with 2:58 left to play in the first. For the Sixers, Charles Barkley with 14 already in the first quarter. Remember, he had a monster first quarter in the last home game. And the Sixers go to work. Charles Pumped inside. Coleman, little jump hook, no. Tapped up on the glass and kept alive, but the Lakers finally come up with it. Magic circled away, and now we'll push it up. Johnson at long range against Mo Cheeks. Byron Scott firing over Hawkins and scores. Byron Scott, Steve, one of those guys that he'll miss 10 in a row and then knock down 10 in a row.
You're absolutely right. And that time he gave a little fake over the top, and Hersey Hawkins went for it, and he just kind of ducked back to the corner, and Magic saw him and hit him for the shot.
Stripped is Charles Barkley. And down is Michael Cooper at the other end and slowed down up. Running hook in the lane, no good, and the rebound Hawkins for Cheeks. Cooper, who just checked in for the Lakers, went down hard at the other end and was very slow getting up. Jaminski swings it. Cheeks. That won't go. Rebound kept alive by Charles. Jaminski picks it out of the air, goes up, missed it. Rebounds his own miss, goes back up and scores. Good effort by Jaminski.
Tremendous effort by the 76ers that time, and G-Man specifically. But you know, you take a look at the Lakers. The Lakers defensively are only allowing teams to shoot 86% from the floor. The 76ers right now are shooting close, a little bit over 50%. And after last night's game, you know, you say 40% last night for the Sixers shooting, and the Lakers are allowing only 46%. You'd think that the 76ers would not be shooting that well, but they are.
You're watching 76ers basketball on PHL TV 17 in Philadelphia. Neil Funk with Steve Mix. And the officials trying to sort everything out. Here
take a look
Woolridge,
at that.
Yeah.
That last play, and Woolridge, tremendous pass to the low post, and you just can't allow somebody to catch it like that and spin on you.
Orlando can run and jump.
That he can do.
Attitude was a question mark, but since coming to the Lakers, they've been very pleased. Coleman with a power move as he reversed and used the rim to shield it.
And you talk about attitude, it's surprising what an attitude will do when you get finally with a winner. When the team's winning, the team's looking for you to score and do a few other things. And with a loser, you have a tendency to keep that attitude. With the Lakers, you change it up, and or blend in, or you're out of this team.
I guess you changed it if Kareem and Magic walked up to you.
Yes.
That's how you will change your attitude. Pass goes awry and out of bounds. Good defense by the Sixers that time, and they forced the turnover. 45 seconds left to play first period. The Lakers by 2, 33-31. Hawkins and Cheeks, Barkley, Jaminski, and Coleman as the Sixers set up offensively. Cheeks for Hawkins. That'll be just short. The rebound comes off for Rivers. Rivers pushes it to the middle. And the whistle, and on the continuation, they give the field goal to Woolridge, or rather to Cooper. That was a long continuation.
You're absolutely right. Let's take a look at it. Shot comes off. Rivers snatches it out of the air, dishes it over to Cooper. Cooper runs by Hart. Lays it up.
Good call.
Good call.
35-31.
As Gerald Henderson now comes into the ballgame for the Sixers.
Lakers lead by 4, and Cooper can stretch that. Coop in the air and got it. 36-31. Gerald Henderson. Now they swing it deep down the right side to Coleman, and they just play catch with it at the perimeter as they spread the floor again. Back and forth, 14. 9 on the shot clock. Cheeks trying to run it down and couldn't get to it, and it's out of bounds, and the Lakers will get the last crack at it.
So the Lakers half-court press, effective that time, coming into the last few seconds of the first period as the 76ers threw it away. 9 seconds to go.
Rivers in a hurry. Rivers staggers around, fires an air ball. Barkley will unload from beyond half court, and it hits the rim and caroms away. We've played one period here at the Forum in Los Angeles. The Lakers 36, the Sixers 31. The Lakers in front as we have played one period. A big quarter for Charles Barkley, 14, although they quieted him a bit in the last 2 minutes of the quarter. For the Lakers, Worthy had 11. 6 from Kareem, 4 from AC Green. Magic with just 4, but 5 assists. Scott had 6. They got good balance. It's just about everybody who played scored.
And good shooting also on both teams, as the Lakers go 15 of 24 for 62.5%, and they hit all their free throws. And the 76ers 12 for 24 for 50%, and they hit all their free throws. So high scoring first quarter.
Rivers, Cooper, Thompson, Worthy, and Woolridge for the Lakers defensively now, as Scott Brooks is checked in for the Sixers. For Coleman, baseline. Slapped at by Michael Thompson and out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Sixers.
Now you take a look at the Lakers half-court press, and the Sixers guard so far, they've been content just to throw it left, right, way out high, and they've got some players open underneath the bucket that they have to get the ball to.
Lakers with a steal off the inbound, stripped, and Scott Brooks nicely done defensively against Rivers. Picked his pocket. Here's Thornton wheeling in and scoring. Bob Thornton, who checked in, wheeled down the lane and banked it home. Worthy against Thornton at the other end. 36-33, Lakers by 3. Rivers starts to drive, pulls up at the free throw line. Down deep it comes for Michael Thompson. Thompson, good fake, drive, spins it up on the rim and goes. Thompson.
Good head and shoulder fake back to the middle. Good quick spin back to the baseline, gets around the defender, goes in for the easy layup.
Brooks for Gerald Henderson. Back to Scotty. Now Thornton. Good ball movement. Coleman pump fakes and then a reach-in foul on Michael Thompson. Thompson really getting after Ben Coleman.
Well, you got a couple big fellas, you know. That Thompson is no little guy. 6'10", about 245 pounds. And Ben's no little guy either. So when you got a couple big guys going at it under there, you're gonna have some banging.
Anderson, and he just flat knocked Cooper down.
And speaking of banging, Coop, one of the better defensive players in the league, hounding Gerald Henderson. Gerald said, well, let me try and get by him. He lowered his shoulder, and offensive foul was called on Gerald Henderson.
Cooper. Now Worthy. Around the screen.
Oh, try to get mine.
Trying to get mine. Pumps it inside. Michael Thompson with a jump hook is a beauty.
Good ball movement.
Second field
Great
goal.
ball movement that time by the Lakers as they were able to get the ball down low to Thompson.
Scott Brooks, Coleman, and he tried to go to Bobby Thornton. Thornton took his eye off him with the rule that the Lakers touched it last.
I'm talking with Bobby Thornton today. He was looking forward to tonight's game because he likes playing here and he likes the climate, and you know, he thinks the rims are just a little bit bigger than in a lot of places.
Big Coleman bangs it home. Ben Coleman with a display of power has his second field goal. And it's a 5-point Laker lead, 40-35. 10 minutes left to play straight up here in the first half. And a whistle stops play. Wayne Reichelt with the call off the ball as he strides toward the scorer's table. And the foul is on Bob Thornton.
One of the things you have to do defensively when you're guarding somebody in the post is you have to body him. You have to try and push him up. James Worthy trying to get position. Bob Thornton trying to not allow him to get to where he wants to go. Foul called on Bob Thornton that time for pushing him.
Into traffic, Woolridge, no short, and the rebound, Barkley. Charles will bring it up himself. Lead pass, Thornton, poked away, stolen. Lakers have it. They run the other way. Rivers try to hook a pass off. Brooks steals it right back. A little sloppy by both teams. That's poked away and stolen right back by the Lakers. Lead is for Cooper. Up bounce to Worthy with the left hand off the right side. That pass had to be perfect.
And it was.
Yep.
It was a tremendous fast break that time as play got a little sloppy down on the Sixers end. James Worthy with the ball. Once again, nice pass to Coop. Just catches it, flicks it back over to James Worthy, who lays it off the backboard, fouled by Scott Brooks. It's fun to watch the Lakers break. You know, when I was out here playing, you're out here, you're working with Magic, you're working with Coop, and they're running all the time, and you learn that system, and it's a lot of fun to play, even out here and professionally or in the high school level or the college level. It's just an exciting game to watch and play in.
And you got a lot of looks at it from behind.
You're absolutely right.
43-35. You got out of it fast and they move over in that passing lane. Henderson for three, the home run. Nope, off the heel of the rim, heavy. And the rebound run down by Michael Thompson. Lakers run again. Cooper, or rather, Woolridge driving. They're like jets when they come up with a loose ball or clear the rebound. They don't hesitate with the outlet at all. They just gun the ball.
Well, it's Pat Riley's philosophy, and he's going to stick with it as long as he's coaching. He told me today. And when they get a turnover, when they get a rebound, it's push the ball up, push the ball up, and push the ball up. You guys get out on the break, fill the lanes, and Magic's going to hit you, or Coop's going to hit you, and you're going to get the layups, and you're going to have a lot of fun playing for me and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And you know what? After made shots by whoever they're playing, they're about as quick at getting it up.
You're absolutely right. It's you know, Woolridge not known as a fast break player, but there again he gets the shot and the layup.
Thornton, good drive, and he reversed for the jam. Bobby Thornton with his second field goal, 45-37. Rivers directing traffic. Cooper, the screen for Worthy. Worthy wheels along the baseline with the left hand. He's good again. That's twice he's used his left hand on the right side. And he took a whack for his trouble. Driving. Barkley. And that was blocked, but a foul on the play. Brooks penetrating and then dishing to Charles.
Good play that time by Scott Brooks. We take a look at James Worthy as he makes the spin move on Ron Anderson. He takes it up, hits the bottom of the rim, rolls in.
Ooh.
Thompson comes over.
Thornton
drills him.
Yeah, unintentionally. Bobby Thornton from behind.
Take a look at it one more time. Boom. Thompson got him right with his right elbow. And who said it wasn't a contact sport, right?
Exactly.
Of course, the way you played coming off the bench, it certainly wasn't.
Charles made the first. I won't even.
At least I came off the bench. At least I came off the bench.
47-39 as the Lakers bring it up. The lead in the ball. Woolridge, good bounce, and Thompson. They're getting a lot of stuff down deep. Good entry pass again. And a timeout taken by the Sixers as the Lakers have built the lead to 10. The Lakers 49, the Sixers 39. Marks this year's Businessman Special when the Sixers take on the Charlotte Hornets with a 1 p.m. That's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That's the starting time. For more information on this and all other Sixers games, call 339-7676. That's the Businessman Special. The Sixers and the Hornets sneak out of work.
What will you be doing that day?
Sneaking out of work?
You're not a businessman.
Well, yeah, you have a point there. 49-39 as the Sixers go to work following their timeout. Lakers pressure. Henderson, 3 on the shot clock, unloads, missed it, the rebound, Cooper. Spins around behind his back with a move, then Barkley shut him down, stripped him, Cooper got it back. Ahead to Rivers. Rivers, the alley-oop. Inside to Thompson, he scores, it counts, and he's fouled. Some exchange there as Cooper battled with 2 Sixers and then finally with Charles Barkley, then finally was able to get it across the timeline.
Henderson goes by, Bob Thornton goes by, he runs right into Charles Barkley. He's having a heck of a time trying to get it over the 10-second line. He finally gets the ball over to Thompson, who gets fouled by Bob Thornton. The shot goes in, said, look what I found, goes to the line to try to complete the 3-point play.
Jaminski comes back on. Jaminski, Anderson, Barkley with Hawkins and Cheeks. So Jimmy lined him back to his starting lineup now. Problem with your rotation against the Lakers is that they are so deep, you're forced to go deep into your own bench, whether you want to or not. Outside, Anderson unloads. Nope. The rebound fought for and won by Orlando Woolridge. Woolridge for Magic. He hooks it off. For 3. Nope. The rebound, Jaminski, and then taken away by Michael Thompson. The Magic. He dished to a trailing Cooper, and he couldn't handle it. Here comes Anderson, the trailer at the other end, and he scores.
All created by the running of Hersey Hawkins as he was able to get out on the break. The defensive player had to go with Hawk. Left Ron Anderson open, going right down the middle. Maurice saw him, hit him for the layup.
Worthy, long range. The lob back. Woolridge will hammer that home. Orlando loves that play. Loved it when they were the Nets. They used to run it a lot. For Woolridge. And he can catch it there. He's going to dunk it. Driving cheeks, good move. Switched hands in midair and shot it with the right hand off the left side. Maurice's first field goal of the game. Cooper misses the quick shot, and the Sixers come running the other way. 54-43, Lakers lead. Kaminsky, feed inside. Charles, great fake, goes up. It wouldn't fall, but he'll get to the line. Woolridge was suckered into the air by Barkley and committed the foul.
Super pass that time by G-Man as Charles Barkley had real good inside position. Gave a good head and shoulder fake. Orlando goes for it. He's trying to claim that he hit all ball, but hey, you hit him somewhere. Probably everywhere coming down on him.
Charles missed the first free throw. The team spent a little time this afternoon filming a segment of the television show, the very popular TV show, 30-something, here in the Forum this afternoon. January 24th?
January 24th. I tried to slide over here in my sneakers and stuff, maybe trying to catch some type of cameo appearance, but they had no clue to who I was. They gave you that spot instead. And you did beat out, what, 500-600 people for that spot?
Yes, I did.
Excellent, excellent.
54-43 and now 44 as Charles makes the second free throw after missing the first. 6:13 left to play in the first half. The Lakers by 10. If the Sixers can put together a run here. Byron Scott from outside. Here we go. Byron Scott dials a jumper from outside. 56-44. Barkley fakes and had a block, but a foul. On the hip was Michael Thompson, and Charles will get back to the free throw line.
Good smart move this time by Charles Barkley as he realized that Michael Thompson, three or 4 inches taller than Charles, gives him a good fake, crosses over, keeps the ball in his right hand. The only way Michael Thompson could get it was to hit him in the body and hit him in the arm, and that's exactly what he did.
And he misses the first free throw, and now Pat Riley really gives the Lakers a different look as he goes with Michael Thompson and Kareem and Worthy and Magic Johnson and Byron Scott.
Let's see if they start pounding the ball down low to Kareem right now as they're trying to get Kareem more involved in the offense, try to get him in shape for this next 23 games, and try to get him involved and the whole low post game going for the Lakers.
They swing it. They're looking for Kareem. Two-man game on the right side. They get it to Jabbar. Back outside, picked off by Ron Anderson. Good anticipation. He's putting it off his foot, and it's out of bounds. Jimmy trying to exhort his troops on, say, come on, let's get it together.
Well, one thing as a player, you can't worry about that. Ron Anderson made an excellent defensive play, went down, looked up, saw James Worthy there, and was just wasn't able quite to finish it off.
There's the low post, and Kareem with a sweeping right-hand hook again. 58-45 from outside Hawkins. No tap is good. The tip in by Charles, his 6th field goal, including a 3-pointer. Ball loose on the floor. Thompson for Magic. Outside Scott. Jumper won't go. The tap won't go. Twice, and the rebound, Kaminsky. Cheeks angles from left to right with a dribble. To Anderson. Fires the jumper, scores. Ron Anderson. Well, the Sixers came out of that exchange in good shape. 58-49, Lakers lead with 4:44 left, and Pat Riley wants to talk it over. 58-49 Laker lead.
You can lead the team to victory as Neil Funk calls the play-by-play with you in the game. You are the Star Dream Tapes, just $89.95. Call 885-STAR. That's 885-STAR.
Yeah, you did an excellent job.
Thank you very much.
Rob Reiner looking on here at the Forum. Stars
Speaking
studded.
of stars, Rob Reiner.
Certainly. Speaking of stars, and speaking of stars, and speaking of the Star of the Game tapes, how would you like one for your birthday coming
December
up on the 30th?
30th?
Yes.
Yes,
I would
and
like
yours
to give
is the
you one.
29th?
That's correct.
And I should buy yours also, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
That's about 170 some power kilos. Byron Scott buries the jumper, 60-49. And here's another turnover by the Sixers. So turnovers hurting here in the second period. And the Lakers will bring it up. That is 9 Philadelphia turnovers for the game.
Uncharacteristic of the 76ers, as like I said earlier, they're only averaging 15 for an entire contest, which is the lowest in the league, and already have 9.
Magic with his third field goal of the game. And you know what? They did a great job last night of taking care of the ball against Golden State. That was one of the things that helped them build at one point what was an 11-point lead against the Warriors early on. But it was a game of runs and surges last night. And unfortunately, Golden State surged last. Jaminski sticks one from outside.
And you're going to have a game of runs and surges tonight with the Lakers. And if the 76ers can withstand a couple of those and get back into this game, get it under 10 at halftime, they've got a good shot of coming out second half and winning this one.
Worthy, the turnaround left of the lane. And Worthy with 7 field goals, 18 points in the game. 3:33 left to play here in the first half. A 64-51 Laker lead. Low cheeks. Jaminski fires over Jabbar. That won't fall. The rebound run down by Charles. Barkley for 3. The home run in and out. And the rebound Jaminski. G spins around, but a reaching foul on the Lakers. Charles' shot did everything but go in. Look at him, he moves back outside now. He says, well, let me look at this. Maybe I was just an inch off when I squared up. David Wingate, who got time last night at Golden State, comes in. Oh, Barkley, Anderson, Jaminski, Wingate, and Cheeks now for Jimmy Lynam. And the Lakers, Magic Johnson, Byron Scott, Worthy, Jabbar, and Green.
And G-Man having a tremendous year from the foul line, second in the league, shooting 92.5%. That's super for a big guy. You know that because you don't see too many big guys shooting that type of percentage from that 15-foot stripe.
Well, and one of the areas that he's worked very hard on, and you know, if you're going to get to the line and you can make them, it really helps when you look at your numbers at the end of the year.
You're absolutely right. That's a good way. I always looked at that and said, if I can shoot 80%, I've got a good chance of increasing my shooting percentage and average altogether and help the team out considerably.
Green with a drive as he came knifing down the lane. Watch this. Boom. Good body control and scored and gets a chance for the three-point play here. Green settles himself in. A 13-point Laker lead. Now 14. 67-53 with 3 minutes left to play here in the first half. They swing it to Barkley. Charles now back up top. Cheeks. Wingate with a drive. Got in trouble. To Jaminski in the lane. Jump hook wouldn't fall. Charles battled for it and it's out of bounds. And they're going to give it to the Sixers. The Sixers doing a good job of fighting on the boards. And trying to keep it at their end. Charles Barkley with Green playing him. All right, to make him back away as the Sixers get it in. Cheeks down the lane, kicks it to Ben Coleman. Showed him the ball, faked him, then drives, hit the bottom of the rim, and it kicks out to the Lakers. Lakers run. Magic, good bounce, Worthy drive, scores. Now they'll pressure defensively a little bit.
Well, Pat Riley watched the tape last night of the Golden State game and realizing that the Sixers can be pressed, as witnessed last night as the Golden State Warriors the last couple of minutes did it to the 76ers. Out here the last couple of minutes of this first half, pressing the 76ers, trying to create a turnover, making them take a bad shot.
Barkley staggers around inside and scores anyway. Had to put on the brakes right in front of Jabbar, then leaned to his left and banked it in. 69-55. Magic squares up, 17-footer, he drilled it. Magic Johnson with his 8th point of the game. Yet to get to the free throw line. And a ton of assists as well. 71-55 the Lakers with 1:42 left to play first half. Wingate for Jaminski. Free throw line extended left, Cheeks. Jaminski at the top. A bounce down low intended for Barkley. Poked loose and out of bounds. So the Lakers have their hands everywhere. They are, as Steve pointed out, doubling and pressuring in their half-court defense.
That was a tough angle that time by G-Man to try to get that ball down low as the defensive AC was fronting him, and just made a tough pass.
Charles by himself and scores. He took on 2 of the Lakers and won that battle. 71-57. Quickly down the Lakers. Good pass Worthy to Scott. Short. The rebound. Scott had it. Lost it. It's out of bounds. They're going to give it to the Sixers. Nope. They're going to give it to the Lakers.
Said Maurice Cheeks came out and knocked it before Scott could hit it.
They stacked Jabbar up high, and along with Magic Johnson. Magic trying to post up Cheeks, and he couldn't get to the pass. And the foul is going to be charged to Maurice. That's the reason that Magic couldn't get to it.
Looks like Pat Riley is trying to even get, AC Green and Worthy and Kareem involved in that low post play, and he's trying to also make sure that Magic gets involved in that low post play. And we all remember in the '80 series when Kareem was out and Magic Johnson comes in and plays center and scored 42 points to lead their team to victory over us when we played at the Spectrum that day. So he's a tremendous post-up player.
73-57. Lakers in front with 1:04 left. Wingate from outside. Not this time. Rebound. Fought for and out of bounds. And a loose ball foul, says Eddie Middleton, on Byron Scott. His third. He has 3. Nobody else with more than 2 for the Lakers. For the Sixers, nobody with more than 2.
And that third foul by Scott will get Michael Cooper off the bench right after Ben shoots his free throw.
And Woolridge will check in as well. So Orlando Woolridge and Michael Cooper come on. Byron Scott and AC Green leave. With the Lakers leading 73-58 and Ben Coleman at the free throw line. Ben in the air and perfect. They are now 13 for 15 from the free throw line are the Sixers here in the first half. Lakers with a lead though, 73-59. Cooper, Jabbar, doubled then tripled. Got it back outside. Woolridge trying to run into traffic and is fouled as he does so. The Lakers playing very confidently here in the first half.
And we talked prior to the game about the possibility
that they might be flat.
Going home, taking care of business, playing with the kids, not really having their mind on basketball. But 73 points, 74 now in the first half.
Yeah,
you don't go home and play with the kids and take care of business.
You might go home and slap around a little bit, but you didn't go home and toss the ball around.
That's right. Pat Riley had him working out a real hard 2 hours yesterday, and 75 points first half. Way too many points if the 76ers expect to win this one.
And a 20-second timeout taken by Jimmy Lynam as the Sixers find themselves trailing 75-59 with 38 seconds remaining here in the first half. PHL 17's courtside coverage continues with more slam dunk action when the Sixers battle it out with the Utah Jazz and Karl Malone Friday night at 9:30 right here on PHL 17. 75-59 as Jimmy wanted the 20. 38 seconds remaining first half, but Steve's point well taken. 75, a lot of points to give up to anybody, but especially to the Lakers at home, and especially when they're desperately in need of getting some victories now after a miserable road trip.
Well, that's correct, and one of the things that you have to do, almost a turnover that time by Charles Barkley as he almost crossed the line. And
it is
turnover one more time.
Here come the Lakers running. The alley-oop. Woolridge tried to force feed it up to the hole. It wouldn't go, but he's fouled and he'll get to the line. So the Lakers will have a chance to increase upon that 75-point total with 28 seconds remaining.
Here we see Magic with the ball. Lob over to Orlando. Gerald Henderson there, and just kind of gives Orlando a little push. And Orlando will go to the line to shoot another as he makes the first one.
5 for 5 from the line for Orlando Woolridge. 0 with 9 in the game. And stares at double figures here in the first half and has. 77-59, the Lakers with 27 seconds left to play. First half, Henderson and Cheeks in the backcourt. Jaminski, Coleman, and Barkley the front line. Spin in traffic and a little hop, skip, and a whistle.
And then the jump, and then the whistle. As one more turnover for the 76ers. The Lakers will go for the last shot. Try to increase their 18-point lead.
Ball batted loose out near the timeline. Magic has to just throw it in desperation. Picked up by Gerald Henderson. Plenty of time. 6 seconds. 5, 4. Barkley weaves. Fires for 3. Short. Off the rim. Carrying away to the right side. The first half is history. So we have played one half of basketball. The score: the Lakers 77, the Sixers 59. Stay tuned now for 76ers halftime with Joe Pellegrino.
I love that interview. I mean, I could, that stuff that was coming out of
77-59, the Lakers, after they outscored the Sixers 41-28 in that second period. And Stephen, how about some of these numbers? 66% from the floor for the Lakers, 50% from the Sixers. You walk out of the locker room, you say, hey, we shot 50%, we're doing all right, right?
You're absolutely right. You know, you take a look, 50%, 13 of 15 from the floor. You had 14 rebounds, 14 assists. Charles Barkley has a big half, and you'd say, hey, we've got to be ahead. But guess what? 66% for the Lakers, and a lot of those fast break layups and pounding it down low.
Okay, Sixers, you touched on their 14 assists. Magic has 14. They had 27 assists in the first half, which would show you that they had their running game really in gear. And not only did they have it in gear, they were able to finish almost everything off. But 27 assists for them, 14 of those from Magic Johnson. Again, individually, Charles Barkley, big first half, 24 points in the first half. Right. You can't fault that, and you can't fault the 50% shooting. They certainly got to the line enough 15 times, made 13. What's the difference in the ballgame?
Well, just like I said, you're pounding it down low. You're getting out on the break. You know, 45 shots for the Lakers, 44 for the 76ers, but it's the opportunity, and Pat Riley pound it down low, get out on the break, get the easy shots, and that's exactly what the Los Angeles Lakers have done the first half.
Travel arranged through Eastern Airlines, serving Latin America with convenient flights to 18 exciting cities in 15 countries. Eastern, we've got your ticket to explore South America. 77-59, Neil Funk with Steve Mix at the Forum. The Sixers on the wrong end right now of that score. And they've got to solve the Lakers' running game. As we said, most areas, if you looked at just one half of the stat sheet, you'd say the Sixers are in front in this game. And then you look down at Los Angeles, and again, 30 of 45. Steve made the point, a very good one. They pounded the ball down low. They got a lot of inside shots. They didn't miss many, and they finished off almost all of their breaks.
And Pat Riley in the paper today, and I hate to keep saying Pat Riley this and Pat Riley that, but he said his players would be making the biggest mistake of their basketball lives if they just assume that just by showing up tonight they would play better. He said you have to work hard at it, and work hard is what the Lakers have done the first half.
Yeah, they have, and we wondered, there are two sides to that, as we pointed out at the top. Maybe they come in here and think, well, the bad times are over with. We got waffled on the road, but we're coming back home where we're unbeaten on the season. And they didn't take that attitude at all. They came out and worked very hard in the first half and really got it cranked up. Oh, the Sixers have their work cut out for them as we head for second half action here. And a big deficit to make up. The quarter scoring went like this. The Sixers very much in it after the end of one. It was the Lakers 36, the Sixers 31 at the end of one quarter. And then the Lakers outscored them 41-28 in the second period to take the 77-59 lead.
And Magic is on his way to a triple-double. 10 points, 14 assists, 6 boards to lead the Lakers in rebounding. And it's tough to overcome stats like the Lakers showed the first half. What the 76ers are going to have to do is they've got to get back on defense. They've got to create their own tempo and try to slow the Laker fast break down as much as possible.
Like trying to stop a freight train.
Yep. Trying to stop a baby from crying sometimes, and it's almost impossible to do.
Hawkins from outside and rattles his first try of the second half home. And it's 77-61 as we begin the third period. Sixers came into this game 15-12 overall, just 3.5 games behind the Knicks in the Atlantic Division of the Eastern Conference. 12-4 at home, 3-8 on the road prior to tonight's ball game. Jabbar down low. There's the hook again, same way they started the game. He missed this one, and the rebound, Barkley. The lead pass is for Cheeks. Cheeks for Ron Anderson. Anderson fires the jumper. That came away short. And here come the Lakers running again. Magic behind everybody, and the easy layup. They threw that about 70 feet worth, and Magic on the receiving end for the layup.
Well, they're not bashful about getting that outlet pass up 30, 40, 50 feet if somebody's wide open.
And they throw that baseball pass about as well as anybody.
You're right.
If not better. Cheeks dribble drive, little change of pace. Now Jaminski at the top. Hawkins wheels, deals, fires and misses. Tap Charles, no. Tap again, Charles. They kept it alive, and it'll be run down by Mo Cheeks. Maurice for Jaminski. He fires, missed that. And the rebound comes off to Johnson. Magic into the lane. Drops it for Kareem. Kareem backs in, swoops up a left-hand hook. Short, tap, no. Rebound, Ron Anderson. Cheeks had Jaminski for a minute, and then Kareem got back. Charles Barkley, angled left, free throw line extended, right in front of Pat Riley. Puts it on the floor, one-on-one on Magic. Now at the top to Mo Cheeks. Cheeks down the lane, tried to hook it for Barkley, picked off by Magic Johnson, who held his ground. Magic with a belt high right hand dribble, angles right, guns it up the right side. Byron Scott unloads, kaboom! Byron Scott with his 6th field goal and his 12th point. He's the guy who said, if I miss my first 100, I'll take another 100. I'll just keep shooting because I know I'm still going to shoot 50%,
yeah,
right?
I'll
make
will
100
start
in a row.
falling.
Charles against Green, into the lane, spins him around like a top, and then fires and misses. The tap won't go by Jaminski, and a loose ball foul call. Eddie Middleton on the far side. And a push foul against Urban Johnson. And the Sixers will inbound right in front of the Laker bench. Far side. And a whistle. And here is Don Vaden with a call. Almost
technical on Charles Barkley, his 8th of the year. So that he made that little quote earlier before the season, say I'm only going to get 10. So he's down to 2 down to 2.
I don't think he's going to make it. It's a guy halfway across the Death Valley with an empty canteen, right?
You're not going to make it.
Scott misses the free throw. Charles actually thought the technical was against Los Angeles. He applauded at first, then he realized they were walking the other way, and it was on him. 81-61, Lakers by 20. 9.5 left to play in the third. Neil Funk, Steve Mix at the Forum in Los Angeles. Anderson, good feed. Jaminski fakes and scores and is fouled as well, and he'll have a try for 3.
Good pass that time by Ron Anderson. Realizing that Mike Jaminski was open underneath, Mike lays it up and is fouled from behind by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. For Kareem, that's his 2nd personal foul.
2 on Jabbar, 3 on Magic Johnson, 3 on Byron Scott, 2 on Michael Thompson off the bench, and 2 on Woolridge off the bench. Jaminski misses. And it's 81-63, the Lakers, as they bring it up. Magic with a right hand dribble and looking. Skips it across the top to Jabbar, back outside. Green for 3, that won't fall. The tip-in is good, though, by James Worthy. Worthy, as nobody boxed him off, just came right down the lane and flicked it home. 83-63, back to the 20-point lead. Jaminski from 15, off the elbow, he scores. Jaminski with his 6th field goal and his 14th point. Spinning Magic, nope. Rebound Jaminski, he throws it the length of the floor. Charles was tripped off his feet and it's out of bounds, and the Lakers will have it. They wanted to run right away as Charles was slow getting up. And now he has a few words for Don Vaden.
Well, I think he has the right to say a couple words, because as he was going for the ball, he was tripped up, and there was no question there was a foul there.
Magic for Worthy. Worthy in trouble, poked loose, stolen. Anderson, Cheeks, and Hawkins run 3-on-2, and Hersey jams it with 2 hands.
Good play that time by the 76ers. Good defense down on the defensive end. They got the ball. Ron Anderson stole the ball and was able to hit Hersey for a nice dunk shot. 76ers cut the lead now to 16.
See if they can D up here. That's it even further. Jabbar staggered around in the lane, missed it. The rebound, Kaminsky. The outlet is for Cheeks. Maurice pushes it hard. Pulls up, fires the 15-footer. In and out, no good. The ball tapped around. Magic loops it the length of the floor. Jabbar will run and jam with one hand. And again, they just threw it from the box at one end of the floor to the free throw line at the other end, where Jabbar gobbled it up one stride and pounded it home. 85-67, the Lakers. Sixers with the ball. Hawkins hooks it back. Cheeks from 20. And that's good. Maurice buries one, top of the key. His second field goal.
Notice a nice positive thing tonight that the Hawks doing. Instead of always going out, coming off those double picks and going out to the side, he's curling around, he's ducking back, he's doing some things that he wasn't doing earlier in the season, and he's trying to free himself up a little bit easier.
Jabbar well outside. Now for Byron Scott, who uses Kareem. Fires the jumper. No. The rebound, Byron Scott. Nobody boxed him off again, and he scores inside. Those second shot opportunities for the Lakers. Hawkins drives, puts on the brakes at the baseline. Kaminsky for Hawk. He goes up, double clutches, and a whistle blows. Kareem saying he fended off, but the foul is going to be on Jabbar. Jabbar's third. He wanted the call to go against Hawkins for using his forearm. Let's see.
Well, it was a good pass that time by Mike Kaminsky. Hawk comes over, causes the contact. Kareem's complaining about it, but that's the way it goes. We take a look at dunk. Boom.
Total accident. Huh? Certainly. I asked him and what's his face, the director, if I said mine's on the cutting room floor already, isn't it? And he looked at me and he said, well, he didn't ever say.
Did they get your autograph?
Yeah. Told me he wants me to come back out for another screen test. Wants me to come back.
What they have a back door that needed changing?
No, he wants me to come out for a screen test.
That's what I said. They want a back door that needs changing. Screen test, screen. Never mind.
I got it. I just didn't find it all that amusing. You know, you've picked on me all night. Everybody say now everybody wants to read my cards. You can talk about it.
I'm not. They're your buddies.
No, we're not. The Boston Celtics' second regular season trip to the Spectrum to battle the 76ers. Catch one of the NBA's greatest rivalries by calling 1-800-233-4050 to charge your tickets right now. That's the Celtics and the Sixers. And the second meeting in the Spectrum. As you'll recall, the Sixers pounded the Celtics in the first matchup. He's one of the stars of 30-something right there, in fact. And Marshall Herskovitz at the far end there in the leather jacket, the executive producer, who discovered me today.
And you said they wanted you to come out for another screen test,
and
right?
And you said
the guy has a back door that needs changing.
Oh, well. It's on the cutting room floor, he also told me, which kind of broke my heart. Percy Hawkins makes the second. Percy perfect at the line, 4 for 4. He has 5 field goals, including a three-pointer, and 15 points. 87-71, though, the Lakers in front. That's the bad news. Byron Scott, Orlando Woolridge. Now Magic posted against Wingate. Hooks it back in long range. Touch pass at the baseline for Worthy. Jumper wouldn't fall, and the rebound, Hersey Hawkins. And then he turned it right back over. Magic looked for the long pass, wasn't there. And he'll wait now as Worthy trots back. And finally clears the timeline. Magic Johnson circles left. Michael Thompson into the game. Thompson sets the pick. Magic comes off of it, fires the jumper, and scores. He doesn't have the prettiest looking shot in the world, but he knocks it down.
And that's all that counts, doesn't it? Does the shot go in or not?
I'll tell you what, at money time, you can mark it down.
You got that right.
Hawkins for Wingate. Hawk now spins it left for Anderson. David. Now they dump it down low. Charles Barkley, good patience. Wingate drives, good move, and scores. Showed him the ball up high. Gates' first field goal of the game. 89-73. Sixers trying to find a way to put together some kind of a sustained run here. 5:15 left to play in the third. Dribble drive down the lane. Byron Scott stripped but foul. Well, Scott fouled by Hersey as he started his drive down the lane, and he'll get to the line. That is 3 on the Hawk. Well, we saw a rookie last night as Hersey had to duel him, and some game. Mitch Richmond.
Oh, I'll tell you, if you were, I think you were probably looking at the 2 leading rookie candidates for
from what
rookie
we've
of the
seen.
year.
From what we've seen, yeah so far.
You got Mitch Richmond and Hersey Hawkins, and they were dueling it out. 34 points for Mitch Richmond last night, and he's going to be some type of player in the NBA.
Hersey with 23. Well, the 2 rookies put on a show for a sellout crowd in Oakland last night. The crowd very quiet here at the Forum in Los Angeles. They're laid back anyway, but very silent now. Hawkins, nope. And a rebound hauled down by Magic. Lakers run. Magic battling Charles Barkley, and down the lane, scores, and he's fouled. Charles got him as Magic spun around him as he hit the free throw line and took it right on to the basket.
Well, Magic does what he does best. He pulled the rebound down. First thing he does is look up. Is anybody open? Realizing nobody's open, pushes the ball up. Charles Barkley on him. Quick spin move, drive to the bucket, lays it in, goes to the line, and there isn't anybody in the league that does it better than Magic.
Anderson, Wingate. They swing it hard to the right side. Hawkins fakes. Wingate, deep pump fakes. Kicks it back. Jaminski fires. The line drive is a beauty. Mike Jaminski rifles one home, straight up 17 feet out. 7 field goals for G-Man, 16 points. 94-75, the Lakers in the driver's seat with 4:13 left to play in the third. Scott comes away again and misses that. Barkley for Wingate. Trying to pump it inside to Jaminski and hit one of the Lakers on the hip and bounced out of bounds. So the Sixers will get it with 16 on the shot clock. Baseline left underneath their own basket. And Michael Cooper checks in, and out comes James Worthy. Off the inbounds, Wingate. I mean, is this crowd quiet or what? Somebody set off a fire truck or wake them up. Charles will have to push the shot up. Missed it short, and the rebound, Cooper. He glances up, but nobody there as the Sixers got back nicely. Charles with Cooper, no foul.
There the crowd woke up after seeing a foul that was not called.
Cooper for 3, nope. And the rebound hauled down by Anderson. Ron for Wingate, back to Ronnie. He stops and unloads and got it. Ron Anderson from outside. And a timeout taken by the Lakers. This is going to be a 20-second timeout. A 20-second timeout taken by Pat Riley with 3:17 left to play here in the third period. 94-77. The Lakers in front. Tomorrow night at 9, BYU meets Colorado at the Freedom Bowl, live from Anaheim, California, right here on PHL 17. Brigham Young and Colorado at the Freedom Bowl. How many bowl games are there now?
Too many.
About 100?
Too many.
I mean, if you can think up a name that has anything to do with the United States or the flag or anything, or a flower, you got a bowl. Or you don't want an orange, a fruit, it's any kind, anything. Just think of a name and you got yourself a football game.
All you need is a sponsor, right?
Yeah, some of them don't even have that, I don't think. 94-77. Scott following the 20 misses, and Jaminski collars the rebound. Driving Wingate. He was hammered by Orlando.
There we had a good look at David Wingate as he took the ball to the bucket, took it strong to the bucket, got fouled on the drive. David Wingate at the free throw line for another as he makes his first one. Cuts the lead to 16. Sixers have to start gearing up defensively. They have to get back, not allow and put a little pressure on the ball as the Lakers get the rebound, not allow them to push the ball up so fast that they can get an easy layup down at the other end.
A little conversation here. Thornton, Barkley, Wingate, Anderson, and Hawkins right now for the Sixers. As Wingate will be at the free throw line, we'll get everything sorted out. 3 minutes straight up. 94-79 as Magic comes with a right hand dribble against Wingate. Deep in the corner.
Go their half court trap. I tell you, it's tough to press a great team like the Lakers. You know, they have one of the most effective presses in the NBA. They practice against it day in and day out. They know how to break the press. And right there you saw they were able to get the ball low to Orlando Woolridge for the layup. And he was fouled going to taking the layup. And he'll have the opportunity for a three-point play.
Well, I think they do, Steve, they do as good a job probably as anybody you'll see at stretching out the defense, you know, I mean, and extending it to such a degree that there's not much you can do to stop it. 96-79, the Lakers with the lead, and we've got timeout at the Forum. Out in front comfortably with 2:51 left to play in the third. Neil Funk, Steve Mix. And they're going to take away the last basket. Now Pat Riley upset. Let's see what we get out of all this. Neither coach has sent his players back out onto the floor. Now Kareem, Pat goes over and gets Kareem, his captain, and says, you go out and talk to him. He won't listen to me. And Kareem wants an explanation. And we'd like one.
And we would like one also.
Now Kareem is going to talk with...
Well, it obviously had something to do with Orlando Woolridge's bucket just a few seconds ago.
Riley's still trying to talk to him, but he has to go through Kareem, so he's saying, hey.
Well, they're going to give Orlando Woolridge 2 shots and say the bucket didn't count. Pat Riley's arguing that he wants a continuation call.
And Orlando's saying, hey. And now as he explains it to the younger of the three officials. Get a chance, maybe we'll see it again. Woolridge nonetheless at the line, steadies himself and makes the first. So take away a field goal from Orlando. He now credited with 2 field goals in the game. Feasted at the free throw line. He's 8 for 8 from there.
And the Sixers still with the hot hand here in the third quarter. They're 8 for 15, shooting 53%.
And that's Lakers, what's disheartening.
Right. Well, the Lakers have cooled off a little bit. They're 7 for 18, 39%, but they're getting to the line a little bit.
Barkley buries one, dead baseline right. Charles knocks one down. His 9th field goal of the game, including a 3-pointer. Magic, and they tried to bounce it inside to Michael Thompson, and it's picked off. The Sixers have to make every trip count now. They're going to climb back into this. They trail by 15.
Magic number for the Sixers is get the lead down under 10.
And Wingate gives him a start at that as he has the field goal on the drive down the right side, and will get a free throw out of it as well. 96-83, they're chipping away. Wingate will have a free throw coming. David, 2 field goals, 2 of 2 from the line, 6 points. Rivers checks in, Magic Johnson comes out. So it'll be the David Rivers show now to run for Pat Riley. He works with Green and Cooper, Michael Thompson, Orlando Woolridge.
just like during the course of the season, you're going to have your ups and downs during the season. Same thing happens during a ball game. You've got your ups and downs. The Lakers not shooting particularly well this quarter. Sixers must take advantage of that situation and cut the lead.
Sixers showed trap that time as the Lakers brought it up. Now Cooper's alone, top of the key. He buried that. Just when you think you might have them reeling a little bit back on their heels, somebody knocks one down or comes up with a big play for them. 98-84. Wingate dribble drive. Off the glass, he scores again. No foul this time. And he'll have to hurry as he gets up off the deck. Rivers in a hurry. Now circles back away. 98-86. Reel off a couple in a row here for the Sixers. It's a brand new ball game. Woolridge dances around. Turnaround is short, and the rebound hauled down by Hersey Hawkins. Hawkins ahead of Wingate. Wingate, bad decision as he tried to feed Thornton, and the Lakers defense read it. And there's a steal by Hawkins. Hersey, 1-on-2, now waits. Got it to Wingate, drives down the lane, floats it up, and scores again. 3 in a row for Wingate. He now has 4 field goals in the game, and suddenly it's a 10-point Laker lead. Now the crowd finally makes some kind of a noise. It's like a Morgan here. Cooper. Off target. Rebound snapped down by Charles. Wingate slows it with 38 seconds left to play in the period.
Sixers have an opportunity if they get a shot up in the next 5 or 6 seconds to have 2 opportunities to score.
Hawkins off the pick set by Barkley. Falls, fires, heavy off the hill of the rim, rebound Thornton, and a whistle and a loose ball foul. It's going to be on Thornton, and Bobby better be careful. He's going to get the tee, and he does. Well, Thornton, the technical. Well, a couple of bad things happen there. They don't get the hoop. They get the technical, the personal, and they missed the opportunity at that juncture to get inside a 10 on the Lakers. Cooper misses again.
Everything bad that can happen on one play did for the 76ers and Bob Thornton. I don't agree with that technical call, because all you're doing is punting it into the floor. The ball's coming right back to you. And, you know, sometimes you got to know who the referees are and what you can get away with, but I think that was a quick whistle.
I agree with you. 98-88. Cooper. Now they get it to Thompson. 11 seconds left in the period. Thompson backing. They swing it. Rivers fires from 17. Around the rim. Jawed out on him, and the rebound Barkley. 3 seconds. 2, 1. It was on target, but then drifted left. And we've played 3. The Lakers 98. The Sixers 88. Miller Lite fourth quarter shootout. If you wish to enter, pick the Sixer you think will score first from the floor in this quarter. Send your choice, name, address, and phone number to the address that you look at on your TV screen. Tonight's entrant is Tony Liss of Reading, PA. And he has picked Charles Barkley. Tony, you'll receive a 76er starter jacket just for being picked. And if you're right, you'll also receive a Sony Watchman. Both prizes are courtesy of Miller Lite and PHL 17. We gave away one of those Watchmen last night as Steve picked Ron Anderson. And you have a shot tonight, Tony, because Charles is in the game. 98-88, a 10-point Laker lead.
76ers were able to cut it down to a reasonable point, try to get back into this game and have the opportunity to win here in the fourth period.
You had to think that the Lakers couldn't continue to shoot at the clip they were shooting. In the first half, here is a miss on the move. And Cooper will get to the line as he was hit on the arm, releasing it. Foul is on Wingate, his third. 3 on David, and Cooper to the free throw line. Yeah, they got it to 10 and had an opportunity to maybe get it to 8. After it looked like the Lakers were just going to run away and hide. Cooper makes the first free throw. He is 2 of 3. Go along with 2 field goals. And he makes the second. Back to a 12-point Laker advantage as the Sixers bring it up. Wingate, Hawkins, Thornton, Barkley, and Anderson as the Sixers set up. It's poked away, loose, scramble, and the Lakers pick it up. Woolridge for Rivers. The Notre Dame All-American down the lane. He got on the drive. Rivers coast to coast. Took the pass and just kept going. He was determined to get that baby up. 102-88. You can't let the Lakers run off a streak here. Inside Barkley, almost, as it hit the rim and then just fell off short, but he'll get to the line.
Charles Barkley laughing about that play as there's a nice pass into the post area. Take a look at it. He gets by Woolridge. Here comes Michael Thompson over. Creates the contact. Spins in the air while he's there. Shoots it up right-handed. Says, oh, that shot should have gone in. He's mad at himself. Good play that time by Charles Barkley.
Charles makes the first. He is 8 for 10 from the free throw line on the evening. And 27 points. 24 of those in the first half. And now 28. Foul on Cooper. Thornton standing his ground and drew the foul for Michael Cooper.
Bob Thornton, one of the more fundamental players on the 76ers team, realizing that Coop's driving the baseline, comes down from his foul line position, stands there, takes the charge, charges right into him.
Wingate scores, and Tony, sorry, pal. You get the 76ers starter jacket, but watch, man. They try, though. He got a shot at it. Cooper in the air. Brick that would have killed somebody in the first row if there hadn't been a backboard. 102-92. Sixers can draw it with an 8 here. Be as close as they've been in a long, long while. And here's an offensive foul on Charles Triangle. Yeah, it's an offensive foul. I thought they might get it as a loose ball foul, but an offensive foul on Charles is the Lakers defended well. Magic comes back in.
Blaine calls another technical foul, this time on Jimmy Lynam. So that's the third technical of the game for the 76ers.
In our, speaking of that, our get well wishes from Steve and I to Sacramento coach Jerry Reynolds, who collapsed after at last night's game with about 5 minutes left. Sacramento went on to win that game, but the last word that we got is that Reynolds is fine and probably will be out of the hospital tomorrow. It was not a heart attack. In fact, you know what he requested when he got to the hospital? Popcorn and a beer.
Why not?
Reynolds. Why not?
Yeah.
And he got the victory. And he got the victory to boot.
Yep. Tough year for coaches this year.
Yeah, isn't it though? Dribble drive, Rivers, and he pumps it up. Rivers. And then a near steal by Woolridge. 105-92. Fans, Pizza Hut wants you to go over the top with the 76ers. If the Sixers score 110 points tonight on PHL 17, you can receive your choice of one free topping tomorrow when ordering a large or medium pizza. Just visit your local participating Pizza Hut tomorrow and mention PHL 17 and the 76ers. And another call at the baseline by Blaine Reichelt. And we'll look at it from this angle.
Take a look at it. Charles Barkley starts to slip. Foul was called on Orlando Woolridge. I don't know about that call, but that might go back to the technical. Well, I gave you a technical. Hey, I'll give you a call here and try and make up for it a little bit. And it didn't look like Orlando really had too much body contact on him that time.
Gerald Henderson behind the baseline nearly. Missed it. Charles is there and emphatically, yes. 105-94.
Lakers realized Charles had the ball and they just kind of backed off him and said, go ahead, big fella, slam one down.
Rivers against Gerald Henderson. Wingate matched up with Magic. This is Worthy, checked by Ron Anderson. Magic backing in, spins around, stripped by Wingate, but he got him on the wrist. Nearly picked his pocket.
Well, you see Magic in the post quite a bit tonight. And one time you think he's going to come to the middle with that that newfound right-handed hook of his a couple years ago. All of a sudden he gives that little head and shoulder fake to the middle and spins back to the baseline, draws the foul.
Rebound, Thompson. They'll get another try at Rivers. Dances away from Gerald at long range, just above the hash mark on the right side. Rivers twisting and turning, picked up his dribble, and now another foul. This is going to be on Gerald. Well, the Sixers pestering, very pesky with their defense, but a couple of fouls. One on Wingate trying to strip Magic, and now Gerald Henderson trying to strip it away from Rivers. Rivers fakes. Magic backs in, kicks it out. Rivers baseline left, off the heel of the rim, heavy, and the rebound hauled down by Ron Anderson to Wingate. Good feed. Henderson scores, and he's fouled. Great pass and a great finishing move by Gerald Henderson. Charles Barkley, by the way, is on the bench now. That's the first time he has taken a seat tonight. 30 points and 10 rebounds for Charles thus far.
Well, David Rivers had no alternative that time but to foul Gerald Henderson, as David Wingate gave him a nice pass. Gerald took one long step to the bucket. David Rivers comes over and had no alternative but to hit him in the arms. Bucket was good. 3-point play that time for Gerald Henderson. Sixers go to their half-court trap. First time it's been under 10, 105-97 in a long time, Neil.
Worthy ever got, costly as it was. Henderson makes two, and it's 107-99. 8-point game with lots of time. 7:47 to play. 23 out of 26 free throws have been made by Philadelphia, and the Lakers have made 25 out of 27. Magic Johnson with the ball. We're in the fourth quarter. Chick Hearn with Stu Lance. Jerry Romano and Susan Stratton heading up television on Prime Ticket. Bounce pass goes in low at the baseline to Worthy. Worthy coming down the middle, throws it up and counts. If it goes, it didn't go. He'll shoot two on the foul by Thornton. Monty Bancroft and Frank Pollock, our technical directors as always for KLAC and the radio network. We'll be on the air Friday night at 6:30 on KLAC with our Laker Line talk show, and then bring you our Word's Eye View. Worthy looking for 23 tonight, gets it. And the Lakers are 26 out of 28. You don't make free throws, you're in trouble. The next one by James. That's good. And it's now 109-99, a 10-point ball game. And time on the side of the Lakers. The Lakers in the last quarter. Give me a total there, will you please? Here with the ball over the left side to go to the baseline. And Anderson hits one of his rare baskets tonight. A 20-foot jumper at the baseline. The Los Angeles Lakers have 11 points in the last quarter. As I told you, they haven't had in their 6 losing games in a row on the road. Over. Shoots a 20-footer and misses. The rebound to Jaminski. Length to court. There's Henderson like a top. Forces him away from the goal line. Now the ball out top to Guy to Jaminski. Down the middle of Anderson. He looks and gets 2 in a row, and he's fouled by James Worthy. Nice play. And they're right back in the ball game. And the refrigerator is chilling. Here comes Barkley out to the floor to greet his teammates, because he'll be coming back in, I would think, shortly. When we come back, they'll have a chance to cut the Laker lead to just 5. The world champion Lakers basketball, Charles Barkley led network. Identification is the world champion Lakers basketball network.
Tomorrow night, Dean Smith leads North Carolina into battle against San Diego State. Prime Ticket's live coverage begins at 7:30. For the best in collegiate sports, stay tuned to Prime Ticket.
I'm happy to report when we have Prime Ticket for television, we have a post-game show on radio and television. All right, here at the line is Anderson. He's made 2 baskets in a row. He's been very quiet up till that. The Lakers have made only 3 field goals here in the fourth quarter. They've had 5 free throws that they've made. And the free throw is good by Anderson. And it's now, following his ninth point, 109-104. Magic whips it up in the front court with a baseball pass to Scott. Byron brings it back out in front to Magic Man. He's got a triple-double. Had it for a long time ago. Now Scott takes it into Magic Johnson. They led by 20. Magic out in front to Woolwich. Dribble drive underneath. Puts it up, and he's fouled by Jaminski. Jaminski came so close to making a great play, but he is not, as you said, a shot blocker, and he didn't leap to do it. Otherwise, he might have had his hand on top of the ball.
And Orlando had his steps measured. He was getting ready to do a monster dunk, and it's a good thing he was fouled, or he would have shown the people in the stands here A great dunk.
Woolridge is having a great free throwing night. I hope I don't jinx him. I didn't. He's made 9 in a row. That's his best as a Laker.
Yeah, that'll up his percentage a little bit.
That's one of the best he's ever had in his life in the pro game. You know, one night he had a 44-point game in Chicago. 111 to 104 as 2 free throws are good. He's made 10 straight free throws. And the Laker lead is 7, so it shows you how important they are. The Lakers themselves have made 29 to 31. That's pretty important. Wingate to Thornton, out to Jaminski, and he misses from 20. Didn't draw iron. That's unusual for him, and the rebound is off. Magic's got it in the front court. Magic down the middle. Magic all the way. Throws it up, and Jaminski blocks it. He leads it out beautifully to Wingate. Here comes Woolridge. Slam dunk. Wingate, and Woolridge smart not to foul him because he couldn't block the shot.
Absolutely.
111 to 106. 6 minutes left to play. We're halfway through the fourth quarter. And the Los Angeles Lakers trying to find a way to get points in the fourth quarter. Barkley will be in the next time it's dead. And that's trouble for Los Angeles. Now Worthy's got it out in front of Magic. Magic holds it up at the top of the key and looks for Woolridge and brings it over to him against Thornton. Woolridge dribbling. Cat and mouse down the middle. He's in deep. He throws it up and missed an easy shot for him. He was up so high. Now the rebound is to Thornton. Thornton gives the ball to Wingate. They can come within, 3 points. They can come within 2 with a 3-pointer. Out in front, we got the ball belonging straight away from the basket with a little guard, Gerald Henderson. Henderson is a pretty good 3-point shooter, 47%. Baseline jump shot put up by Anderson, no good, loose ball foul. Jaminski or Thornton, they were both there going over the top. Thornton leaves the ball game, and Barkley comes in. They're out of fouls. It'll be free throw time as Charles comes in. He's got 30 points and 10 boards. The free thrower will be Magic Johnson. Magic looking for his 17th and 18th point. And the Lakers are shooting their 32nd and 33rd free throws. The free throw is good. When Magic shoots the next one, there will have been 60 free throws attempted between the two teams. That's a lot. 112-106. 113-106. And the Lakers have made 31 out of 33, and Magic's got 20 points. He's got 17 assists, and he's got 10 rebounds. 113 to 106, and the ball goes over to Anderson. Barkley's back in the ball game, as we told you. Anderson screens to get to Wingate. Wingate takes it over the baseline to Henderson. His 20-footer is a beautiful shot. Well, he fired that thing before Scott could get there.
He had to get rid of it quick.
Yep, 113 to 108, 5 minutes to play. Philadelphia making a game out of what looked like a rout. 20-point lead. Illegal pick, Kareem. Illegal pick, Kareem knocked the man down. The man he knocked down was Henderson. That's free throw time. James Worthy, a technical. Well, they're going to have, that's the 4th or 5th technical in the game. The Lakers missed 2 free throws on technicals. The free throw coming to Jaminski. He worked the game last night when, no, Philly wasn't at Sacramento. I beg your pardon. The free throw is no good by a great free thrower, Jaminski. The second one he's missed, and that might be a big play.
How many times has he missed 2 in a ball game?
Kareem had the offensive foul, so it was not a shooting foul. That's why there were no free throws involved on him. Now we got the ball to Wingate. 4-5-0 left to play. Lob underneath the Barkley, slam dunk. He got away from Woolridge. Once he gets away from him, you can't get around that.
Same type of play they run from Woolridge. They ran it right back at him with Barkley.
113 to 110. The Lakers lead is 3. 4:38 left to play. And we got Magic with the ball. And the Los Angeles Lakers have made only 15 points in the quarter. We've played 7.5 minutes. The ball into Worthy. Worthy down the middle. Worthy in deep. Throws it up. It's on the way. No. The rebound is off and is taken by Jaminski. And the Lakers are in trouble. Not as much trouble as Philly, though. But Philly has the momentum. Philadelphia has made 22 points in the last quarter. The Lakers have made 15. The ball goes to Henderson. In low to Barkley, double team. Back into Barkley from Henderson. Barkley back to Henderson for a 3-pointer if he wants it. He's a 47%er from that distance. He gives to Barkley. He's not afraid to put it up from anywhere. His 24-second clock runs out.
And that's what'll happen if you really persist on going to one player so much. They wanted to get it to Barkley so much that they wasted the entire 24 seconds.
It's one reason I like to have my team finish in front of my own bench in the fourth quarter. They can call off the time to him. All right, here's the ball to Scott. Scott into Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Most teams favor it the other way, though. Kareem's hook shot at 12, not close. I don't know if it hit the rim at all. I doubt it. It comes down to Barkley. And Barkley now has 11 rebounds. Here's the pass under to Jaminski. He fumbles it. He gets it back. He gives it out in front to Wingate. He drives the lane. He's underneath. He puts it up and blows the layup. What a break for the Lakers. What a break. The rebound is off. Woolridge to Magic. Magic in deep. Magic all the way. Might be charged. He throws it up. No. It is blocking. Boy, Magic had to pull up straight, didn't he?
He sure did, and the Lakers got a big break because David Wingate missed an easy opportunity, and he's the guy, really, that's gotten the 76ers back in this ball game with his splendid play.
I'll have to say that you're absolutely right on that. All right, Magic at the line. In this quarter, the Lakers only made 3 out of 12 shots. They used to be the best fourth quarter team in the league. They could beat anybody from any point. Magic now at the line looking for his 22nd point. As we said, 3 out of 12 in this quarter. 115 to 110. The Lakers by 5 as Magic makes them both. Magic's free throwing numbers, I'll give them to you in a minute. Now we got Henderson out in front to Wingate. Magic has not made a field goal in the last quarter. Shot outside, goes up and over and out automatically to the Lakers. So the Lakers, who couldn't get a break on the road, are getting some breaks here at home. Magic's made all 8 free throws he's tried, and of course Woolridge has made all 10 he's tried.
And that's crucial because Woolridge is only a 66% shooter coming in, but all 10 of those tonight.
115 to 110, 3 minutes to play. Big time down the floor for the Lakers. They clear out the side for Magic, working on Wingate. Here comes Henderson to double team. Magic pivots. He looks again. He's going to have to shoot it. He does and bangs in a 17-footer. He had no choice, Stu.
Oh, he played that so well, though. He looked around, no outlet, so he shot it over the smaller player.
24 points for Magic. Timeout taken by Philadelphia. They pulled it within 3, and now the Lakers have made 4 in a row. 117 to 110. And the referee closed that door and put it in there a long time ago. Look at that butter getting hard. The eggs are cooling on the world champion Lakers basketball network. All right, the Lakers in their last 7 games, 20. I don't know what that's on. They've been outscored 31 to 23. And tonight it says 36 to 31. Well, that isn't right. We had 98 going to the fourth quarter. We got 117. I think that's 19 points. All right, here's Barkley with the ball. Barkley out in front to Henderson, and they bring it over to Wingate. Wingate drives the base around Worthy, comes underneath, puts it up to be fouled. He'll shoot 2. The foul is on Michael Thompson. They went right at the Lakers. That was a good play.
It's what you have to do when a team comes out and they want to try to put some kind of pressure on you. You have to attack that pressure. That's the only way you're going to defeat pressure.
So the Lakers with 19 points in the fourth quarter. The Sixers with 22. The free throw is good. 16 points for Wingate. And the free throw is good again. That's 17 points, and that is his season high.
And he's gotten them all in the second half.
Yep, he's played well. As you said it best. He's brought it back. It's a 5-point ball game, 2.5 to play, and the Lakers are certainly not putting up any big numbers in the fourth quarter. And Magic, or the second half, they only had 21 points third quarter. After their best half of the game in the first half, 77. Scott hits a 20-footer. Byron, 18 points. Magic Johnson, 18 assists. And it's 119 to 112. That might be the one that did it. That might be the one that takes that door shut. Here's Wingate dribble drive. Wingate all the way. Put it up and didn't get it. The rebound is up. The second one he's missed on the drive. That was a tougher one. Rebound to Thompson. Thompson to Magic. Magic in the front court. Wingate dove for the ball. Didn't get it. Landed on his belly. Scraped his navel. Magic Johnson yo-yoing up and down. 1:45 we're moving to on the clock. Magic's 22-foot jumper for 2. No good. The rebound is up. Knocked out of bounds by Worthy or what? Nope. Last touch by the man inside. Anderson.
Like you said, they didn't get any breaks during that time on the road, but now they're getting them all.
The Lakers call a timeout. 119 to 112. 1:43 left to play at the Fabulous Forum. The Lakers had a 20-point lead at 83 to 63. Looked like Worthy tipped it out to us on the World Champion Lakers Basketball Network. Lead it with 1:43 to play, 119 to 112. Stu, the Lakers had a 77-point, their highest of the year first half. In this quarter, they've been outscored 24 to 21. And with 21 in the third quarter, that means they've only got 42 points in the entire second half.
Quite a difference.
That's where your 20-point lead goes.
That's right.
All right, Magic Johnson's got the ball. Magic takes it over to Byron Scott. Scott holds it up. Do you think the Lakers start playing tentatively in the fourth quarter? Here's the ball to Magic. Magic over to Scott. Back into Magic. A hook shot of 15 is beautiful. He looked like Kareem on the skyhook with that for his 26th point. He's got 9 in the last quarter, the crucial quarter. 121 to 112. The Lakers apparently now have put it away for good. Here's Barkley. Give and go to Wingate. Comes underneath. Puts it up. No good, but a foul on James Worthy. Wingate is doing something that I think his coach will probably tell him about. Is you got to concentrate more on that hoop when you're going to the basket. He's missed 3 shots in this quarter he should have made.
That's true, because when you get fouled, especially if you don't get fouled hard enough
That's
to
right.
make you really miss the shot that badly, you've got to want the foul so that you can get the possible three-point play.
Boy, this is good free throwing by both teams. They've made 26 out of 30 for Philadelphia. The Lakers have made 33 out of 35. So that's the difference in the ball game. Averaging 4 points tonight. He's got his season high 18. His career high is 28. Timeout Philadelphia. They've got 2 left. The score is 121 to 113. When we come back, David Wingate of Georgetown will have another free throw. He just turned 25 years of age on the 15th of December. Now they've changed it to a 20. All right. (121 to 113). Prime Ticket Television from the Forum. That'll be Cleveland here. Boy, they're on a roll. They won again tonight. Best record in the league, 20-5. Got a big game coming up with Portland on the 4th here that for some reason we're not televising. Radio only on KLAC. Portland is there'll be a game and a half behind the Lakers after this one. Wingate at the line. Free throw good. He's got 19 points. And it's 121 to 114. The ball is into Magic Johnson. Magic, he had a triple-double early in the 3rd quarter. Dribbled the front court to be double-teamed. They're going to foul him. He works his way out of it with arm movement. Gives the ball to Woodridge, and Woodridge to Worthy, to Magic, over to Scott. Scott to the dribble, 10 on the clock. He's down the middle. 8-foot jumper is good. Really, they didn't use the clock very well at all. But they make the basket, and it looks like a home run. 1 minute to play, and the Lakers, of course, as we said earlier, have the ball game in the refrigerator. 123 to 114. Here comes Barkley. Here comes the train. He trips. Didn't make the basket. He was tripped accidentally. And let's see if they're going to allow it. Well, it doesn't make any difference. Woolridge gets the foul. Whether or not he was shooting or otherwise, it's the same. 2 shots.
Well, he was going on the penetration. Good crossover dribble. And he just lost. It looked like he tripped on the side of Orlando's foot.
Lucky he didn't turn it.
Exactly. Lost the balance. And they're calling it a foul, sending to the line.
Barkley looking for his 33rd point. Gets it. Barkley is 6th in the league in scoring coming in, 27.5 points. Field goal percentage, he leads the league 60%. And he's 2nd in rebounds. That's pretty good. Both free throws are good. And on the inbound pass, we got the ball knocked away and out of bounds by Henderson. 49 seconds to play. 123 to 116, the ball to Magic. They're going to foul him. Not a good guy to foul. He calls timeout. Magic didn't have any passing lane in the backcourt, so he does what a smart man does. He says timeout. Ed Riley checks things. Where can we take the ball out of bounds? Laker lead is 7 with 46 seconds to play. On the world champion, Magic Johnson, timeout. On the world out of bounds, it's a free ball taken by Philadelphia. Henderson puts up a three-pointer. A three-pointer, and it's a 123-119 reading, 35 seconds to play. The Lakers are in front, but not by much. The Lakers have made exactly 25 points here in this quarter. In their losing skein of 6 in a row on the road, they did not. Here's a foul now. They'll go above 25. They did not make more than 25 in any game in the 4th quarter, but they will here with Scott, a great free thrower, coming to the line for 2. You say, why would they foul him? They're only 4 back. If you don't foul him, the Lakers are going to run the legs off the clock.
That's exactly right. They went for the steal. When they didn't get the steal, they committed to foul. That's a smart play.
Darn right. Byron trying to get above his seasonal average with this one. The average is 20. He's got 20. 21. And the Lakers now are 34 out of 36.
Now Philadelphia, if he scores this one, they'll call timeout so that they can advance the ball to midcourt.
He makes it, and they have made 35-37. There's the timeout called, and A minute and a half from now, we'll come back and they'll go to midcourt with the ball, trailing by 6 with only 24 seconds left to play. The 24-second clock will be turned out. The game clock will read 24 on the world champion Lakers Basketball Network. Impact on this game?
Excuse me. The only way it would is if the 76ers come, they get the ball at midcourt now. If they somehow scored a three-pointer to cut it to another 3 points, then the Lakers would have trouble inbounding the ball or something. Then the Lakers would have to take another timeout. But as you said, I don't envision that happening because I don't think the Lakers will give up a three-pointer here.
Well, when they're down by 6, they've got to have 2 threes to even send it to overtime. And you say, and I agree, that they're not going to give up even 1.
Well, I said that before.
Yeah. They might go out and foul him.
Yeah, I said that one game, and they gave up 3-pointers before it got out of my mouth.
I don't think they'll foul him there.
No, I don't think they'll foul. No way.
I don't think they should.
They'll just play good defense, hopefully, and not give up the 3-pointer.
Give him a 2-pointer. All right, it'll be brought in from Anderson to somebody. Barkley, they hope. They give it to Barkley. He's going to drive in. They hope he gets fouled. They don't. They let him go. Concession basket slam dunk. 125 to 121. Cooper's fouled in the backcourt and fouled hard and spun around by Wingate. But that's Wingate's job. Go after him at any cost and keep those seconds on the clock. There's still 17 seconds left. Now Cooper got hurt a little bit on that play. He got hit hard over there. Laker lead is 4. Cooper's hurting. He might have got a hip pointer on that play.
Sure is walking from it.
Yeah, he sure is. Anyway, Cooper's looking for his 8th one. He's an 83%er, and his 5th free throw tonight results in his 4th make. They're going to use another timeout, the Sixers are, if he makes this or if they get the rebound. He missed it, and the rebound is out. Barkley calls timeout. Now, usually in a play like this, you tell the referee before the guy even shoots a free throw, if we get the ball, we want timeout. So he doesn't have any doubt in his mind, and he can get his hands up in a hurry and stop plays, too.
That's exactly right, and I'm sure that a lot of the players went, or some of the players went over to the officials and said, if he misses, we want a timeout if we rebound.
Yep. And if he makes, we want a timeout, period.
That's right.
The Lakers have missed 3 free throws, 2 by Coop and 1 by Byron. 2 of the 3 were because of technical foul misses. Lakers by 5. Just isn't easy this year. They can't put people away by big numbers, but it's a W.
That's right, and I thought they would try to really go for the big win tonight to just get a lot of confidence in themselves. The win is good, but again, they've given up a big lead, so they're going to have that hanging over their head again, that they get the big leads and then cannot put the finishing touches on teams.
Barkley, who averages 13 rebounds a game, second best to Olajuwon, has 12 rebounds. Jaminski has 13 as the captain looks on. Magic's got 10 rebounds to lead the Lakers, and he's also got 18 assists.
Not a bad night's work for the Magic man. Also, he has, 26 points?
Yeah. 9 assists for Maurice Cheeks. Barkley, 10 points in the last quarter, 36 in the game. He had only 2 in the third quarter. He ran out of gas and had to go out of the ball game for a while, and that's why I like to see coaches substitute a guy at least for 2 or 3 minutes in the first half so that he doesn't run out of gas in that second half when you need him the most.
That's right, and Charles played almost the entire first half.
Gerald he played it all.
Well, he's 18 for 37 with 3-point field goals. That's 4th in the NBA.
All right, Anderson will take it out again. Let's see how they can spring somebody loose. Woolridge is guarding Barkley, who's under the basket. Barkley will come out in front. Here he comes. Still coming. Gets the ball over the corner to Henderson. His 3 is on the way off the front of the rim. No. Rebound Woolridge. 12 seconds left. Better fouling, guys. Now to Magic. Magic's fouled by Barkley. Barkley didn't make Magic's game this year. And he told me when we were in Philly he's going to be back next year. The club wouldn't let him come this year. He was having some poundage problems.
Poundage?
Yeah. He and what's the guy's name who plays football? The fridge in Chicago. William Perry have the same problem. Too much eating. So Magic's got a big line again. The free throw, no good. Their 4th miss of the night. Let's see. What did we say Magic had? Magic's got 26 points, 10 rebounds, 18 assists. He missed them both.
He missed them.
6 seconds left. Wingate front court. Here's Henderson. He didn't shoot it. I can't believe that. Dribble drive. What's that mean? Nothing. 6 seconds left. 126 to 121, and the clock is stopped.
Game is over.
I don't know if the game's over.
It should be.
Take some time off.
Well, there were 6 seconds when they had the ball at midcourt. The game is over.
Is it over? Then the last basket doesn't count.
Get excited. Give us a chance, will you?
That's when it shut down.
Barkley over there talking. They'll straighten this out, but let me give you some fanciful numbers. As Henderson made a basket, still shows 6. In 2 games against this club, Magic's had 58 points, 21 rebounds, and 38 assists. Trying to get the clock to work properly. So that means he averaged 29 points in 2 games against him. He averaged 10.5 rebounds, and he averaged 19 assists.
Think that'll get the job done?
I don't know. Now Riley's over there yelling. Freddie Carter's yelling in the other ear of the refs. I don't think they're going to change the clock the way they're acting.
Well, I'll tell you something.
Well, has anybody got a picture on TV here? You folks in the truck. Do you have a picture when they came across midcourt?
Yeah.
With a clock in it?
Yeah, we just...
All right.
David.
All right. The score. All right, now watch it. It's 8 seconds. Now it'll start. 7 seconds. Wingate, front court, and it's still
4, 3, 2, 1.
Game was over before the shot. Yep.
Game is over. I told you.
Before the shot. The score is 126 to 123. And I'll tell you, this may seem funny, but it could cost the Lakers a victory.
It really should. It really could.
Yes, sir. They're only up by 3, and strange things can happen, especially with Barkley. He could go out in their bus and throw it in the rim.
This is unbelievable. The game should really be over, but because the clock malfunctioned,
where are they going to put it, I wonder?
I think they should take it back to where the clock was when the team retrieved the basketball.
That was at 8 seconds.
And give it
free throw was missed, and then the clock started.
What are they doing? Oh, they're just saying.
The Lakers are getting the ball following the basket. But let's find out what they're going to put on the clock. It'll probably be 4 or 5. 5. Isn't that a big deal? That is lousy. That is really bad. Anyway, Cooper's got it running along the baseline. Hey, I don't think he's going to get it in. He did just get it in, and there's a foul on Barkley. I'll tell you one thing. I'd like to put a clock on Cooper out of bounds. Let me see that play again, and I'm going to start my watch. I think Cooper violated the 5-second count. Go back with your TV. I don't want to tell you, Jerry Romano and Susan Stratton, what to do with your cameras, but I'm sure you got it. I want to see when the referee gives him the ball, we start. And then they start counting 1,001, 1,002, and so forth. Wait till they give the ball to Cooper. There it is. Still got it. Still got it. Still got it. Bounce it in. What'd you get, Monty? 4 seconds, so it was legal. Free throw by Worthy, and the Lakers have the ball game won. 127 to 123. It hasn't been easy, yes.
It really hasn't. You know,
what's that refrigerator look like?
I don't know what it looks like, but I know the table up here is shaking.
That door is probably swinging. 128 to 123, and they're going to take another timeout. Do they know I got to get up early and go to work tomorrow?
No, they don't know that.
All right. So, Barkley's got 36 points tonight. So in the 2 games, I got to have something to talk about. Barkley had 67 points in the 2 games. What's Barkley got in rebounds tonight, Doug? Sorry to bother you.
Looks like he has 12.
12? That's good. Never mind. I don't want to bother you now, Doug. 45 rebounds. And he had 6 assists. How many has he got tonight? None. So let's forget his assists. In the 2 games, he averaged 33.5 points against the Lakers. And he averaged 22.5 rebounds. That's pretty good, isn't it?
That's very good, but there's only one problem with that.
What's that? He lost them both?
That's exactly the problem. The Philadelphia 76ers are coming away 0-2.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the world champion Lakers. Cooper and Worthy Basketball Network.
Saturday, the Soviet Union national team, Dinamo Riga, visits Los Angeles to battle the Kings. Prime Ticket will have live coverage beginning at 7 o'clock. Prime Ticket, sports television at its best.
Got the UCLA University of California Irvine game on Prime Ticket later on tonight. It's quite a game. All right, here's the ball out of bounds. Anderson's got it. Ron Anderson going to bring it into Barkley if he can, but he can't, so he gives to Jaminski. Fire it, Jaminski. Blocked by Worthy. Go down. He doesn't want to go to score. It's all over. This time they get the clock down to 0. All right. Final score was 128 to 123. The crowd was capacity 17,505. The dominating players were Barkley and Magic Johnson on the world champion Lakers Basketball Network. Los Angeles Lakers break the losing streak. They come home and they are now 9-0 on this floor. The only club in the league undefeated on the home floor. The Lakers run their record to a very good 18-10. We're all spoiled. We expect them to win every night. Nobody can do that. The Lakers did it tonight with some marvelous free throwing, making 38 of 43 free throws, while Philadelphia was absolutely stunning themselves with 30 out of 34. The high point men for the Los Angeles Lakers, James Worthy with 26, and Magic Johnson used as part of his triple-double, 26 points, 18 assists, and 10 rebounds. Byron Scott had 22 points. And for the visitors, as usual, Charles Barkley was the big man. He had 36 points. And against the Lakers in 2 games this year, he's averaged 33.5 points and 22 rebounds. We'll have a wrap-up show on radio and television coming up next. Once again, the final score. The Los Angeles Lakers 128. The 76ers 123. It's in the refrigerator.